glasses, okay? You're not disabled, because yes, blind people are disabled, and that is a disability. You are not disabled, and clearly you are actively ableist, you're bigots, and you don't want to hold yourself accountable. That's fine. That's a you problem, that's not me. Colorism does not equate to someone's blackness, so maybe you should unlearn your hateful ideology before you speak. Someone saying that makes them colorist. That does not make them, and especially if they say it to a darker skinned black woman, which I didn't, it was referred to myself, and I'm not dark skinned, so thank you. So when they were saying that, it is rooted in colorism, but when it was geared towards me, it's not, because I am light skinned. Light skinned people love to rag on dark skinned women all the time in their own communities. That is considered colorism. That is not considered not being black enough. Use your common sense and educate yourself, because clearly you lack education skills. If you even remotely want to talk about racism, you don't even have no knowledge of what racism really is to begin with. And to sit here and say people of color are racist is so crazy to me, considering the fact that the only people that invented racism was white people. So I don't know. I seem to forget the part where people of color can also be racist as well, considering they didn't invent racism. They didn't invent races to begin with. It was a classist thing to use to divide people based off of how to treat people by certain color. And when people sit here and say they don't see color, yes, you do see color. You just don't want to see color. You don't want to acknowledge your unlearned behaviors, which you should be learning. You keep bringing up colorism and then equating it to someone's blackness, which you shouldn't even be talking about colorism if you're not going to have a actual dialogue without acting childish. Colorism has nothing to do with someone's blackness. It has everything to do with light-skinned people, or a person in general, not just light-skinned people. Anyone can be colorist, to literally tell dark-skinned black women and refer to them as certain things. That is very colorist. So maybe get education before you start talking about things like you're Stephen Hawking, okay? Thank you. No one here made you Albert Einstein either, so yikes. Some of you guys, it's a yikes moment. Like, I don't even, like, yeah, you can say blah, blah, blah all you want, but when colorism still exists, it's not blah, 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 considering dark-skinned black women get treated very horribly and called ugly. Especially black women in general are literally called ugly. And when you say blah, blah, blah while you're making fun of someone's looks, especially like someone with 107,000 followers telling someone they do not look good, which their looks pertain to their race, I would suggest you shut all the way up. With 107,000 followers coming into someone's life, picking on someone's looks, knowing that it pertains to their race. The same type of blah, blah, blah BS while white women are getting lips to look like black women in general and getting big butts to try to look like black women, I would suggest it's not blah, 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 okay? Because these are very serious topics, considering the fact that black women got bullied for these very things that white women want to go get procedures for. And then talk about, and then white people, yes, some white women want to sit here and talk about skin color while going to sit in the sun and tanning their skin very dark. So let's talk about that, because it's so frustrating to me. And for anyone that wants to sit here and say, oh, well, you hate white people. No, I hate racist white people. There was a black woman that was passed around from house to house, you know, back in the day, because she had a big hip. And when she died, she didn't even get the respect she deserved, because they still referred to her as a gorilla. Just because you have white privilege and you show your tits online, right, because you have a profile picture where you have them all out to get attention, maybe that's the attention that you think that you deserve to get. And yet people want to sit here and say I'm male-centered all the time, which I'm not going to complain, because maybe I do want to post some stuff for me and not for other people that's not male-centered, okay? But you live in your white privilege, so you don't get to sit here and tell someone who does not experience the white privilege that you have blah, 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 when you don't understand just how horrible people are to dark-skinned black women and people of color in general on any app, this app, or anywhere. Considering the fact that we don't even get paid the same amount that other white creators get paid for literally ads and things like that. It's not equal. And then you want to sit here and come on this line and do all of these things. Like, I'm so sick and tired of my page being coming here and being a hate page for black people. You don't like black people. None of y'all do. You don't want to admit that, and you want to come down and attack black people. Then you want to send me messages referring to me as a gorilla, thinking like it's cute and it's funny, because no one wants to cause you to get fired from your job, because you don't be held accountable for your actions. Well, maybe someone should hold you accountable for your actions and give you the consequences of your actions. Maybe I should start sending it to people who will hold you accountable, and maybe it won't be me, so that way you can not complain, and then when you lose your job, that'll be on you, because I can't do it, so maybe I'll have someone else do it for me. Because it's so annoying that if I do something, people don't care. This girl literally sat here and called a supporter of mine's the C-slur, which is used towards Asian people, nobody cared, and told him that she hopes he gets raped, which is so wild to me. And also said that to me, mind you, while saying a bunch of stuff, and literally figured out what college she goes to, helped me compile this whole video to get her kicked out of her school, only for people to say that they don't care, and the police said, well, there's nothing they can do about it. That is so wild to me, considering the fact that he tried to take some action, because he was called a slur only just because he was a subscriber of mine, and he also sent gift points. That's no reason for people to walk around being utterly hateful and nasty. And if you're nasty on the inside, you're nasty on the outside. And no one would ever want to hang out with nasty people. And I'm so glad I don't have nasty people in my life. Crazy. Weird, but crazy. When are you ever going to get a personality besides dressing the way you dress and thinking that's your personality? Hate to say it, but it's true. Sorry. And another thing, blonde hair has nothing to do with white culture, so stop, because black people can be born with blonde hair. I know, surprising, right? Straight hair has nothing to do with white people either. Shocker. White people want to be black people and other races and culture so bad that they don't even want to be themselves. Let's be for real. You want to be someone all the time. Like, it's so annoying that all of these, like, not all of them, but some of these white women want to literally get features that are like black women features. They're not natural features, and you're not yourself, and you try to be someone else. It's not blah, 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 when I'm literally talking about colorism and how it does not equate to my blackness. And how no one's going to sit here and say, because something that I addressed a comment about, which if you're mad, then stay mad, because you know I'm right. There is a video where I'm looking down at the comments, whether you want to believe it in your little brainless head and be like, sit here and tell yourself in your delusions, like, oh no, that's not true. No matter how much you want to tell yourself I'm not black, you need to unlearn your hateful behaviors, which is not helping anybody. You hate black people, and just admit it, because anyone who is allowing anybody to say stuff about black people in this life, it's not directed towards me, it's directed towards all black people. It does not matter if you say, well, I only exclude this black person. That's not how it works. You can't sit here and do certain things. Like, people will sit here and say certain slurs and be like, well, I wasn't using the N-word towards all black people, I was using it towards some. The same type of word that got black people killed constantly. There are black people literally being strange fruited as we speak and being told that it's a cause of them harming themselves, which that is not 100% true. No one wants to talk about how two little white boys tried to shove a little black boy in a meat grinder, okay? While you sit here and say blah, 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 and black little boys are getting unalived for having toy guns. We're not going to sit here and say blah, 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 and not give a F when you pretend to be fake activists all the time on my live stream, talking about racism all the time, talking about this and that, and excluding other people and allowing them to be racist while actively calling out racism. That is so weird to me. If you cared about racism, nobody should be allowed to do anything, and that's on period. Because it's crazy. It's crazy to me how people will allow racism, how people will allow all this stuff going here talking about people's looks. You're talking about someone's looks that pertains to their race, and it's so weird. You know, the same type of propaganda posters that had posters of black people with big lips and big noses making fun of them, the same type of propaganda posters that also made fun of Jewish people as well. Maybe you should unlearn your hatred that your parents taught you, because your parents must be hateful as heck. My ancestors were not the very same ancestors walking around smelling like wet dog and had to learn how to take a shower. That was European people, so I would suggest you worry about that. And the reason why we have STDs, which people want to say that's a lie, no it's not, is because man, a disgusting man, wanted to have with an animal, okay? That's history for you. He slept with animals. That's why we have STDs. Maybe next time you want to speak, you should do your research on your ancestors, because my ancestors do not have cookbooks detailing how to cook and eat people. My ancestors don't have to learn how to take a shower when they already know how to take a shower. And talking about someone's hygiene, that is the same old rooted, hateful stereotypes on black people that they smell bad. No, the only people who smelled bad were white people, because they didn't know how to shower. They don't even know what a washcloth is. You had two girls sitting on a whole podcast talking about what the heck is a washcloth. White people are embarrassing y'all. And you're sitting here having the nerve to talk to someone who even dares to speak up because they're so frustrated about how fake ASS activist people are on my page, talking about racism this, racism that, you did this, you did that. But oh, God forbid somebody calls me the N-word and then people don't say absolutely nothing. They're so silent. Oh, we don't like her, so we're going to allow it. When it doesn't only affect me, it affects other people. Considering the fact that word is still used towards people. Oh, but you won't speak on that now, will you? That's okay, stay silent. Calling me a fake activist. Where did I ever say I was a fake activist? To literally call me a half activist when I don't hound the streets and go to protests and I don't help in the community, because I have a lot going on in my life. I'm not trying to be an activist. If I was trying to be an activist, I would be hounding the streets. I would be helping the community. I would be doing things. I can speak online without having to be an activist. No one has to sit here and say I'm a fake activist, nor did I claim I was an activist. I didn't even claim I was an influencer. Maybe some of you guys need to learn the difference between influencer and content creator. Influencer is someone that influences people. Content creator is someone that creates content. Whether you think someone doesn't create good content or not, there are people that literally just stare at the camera and do absolutely nothing, and you call that content because literally they got millions of views doing literally nothing. Considering the fact that half of these content creators stole their content from old YouTube. Okay, let's be for real. None of the content people create is original anymore. Yeah, because I do the trends. I'm not trying to create content that is stuff like that, and that's not new. People have been doing that for how long? But there are people out here, creators, that are blatantly stealing content and then passing it off trying to say it's theirs when it's not, and then trying to lie to people and get caught down the road that they were stealing content. Especially from black people who created most of the trends. But people literally don't want to sit here and acknowledge Charlie D'Amelio got famous off of black people, and they want to put her on this pedestal when she stole that girl's dance and everyone thought she created the Renegade. Let's be for real. And she and the girl that created the Renegade did not even get half as much attention or did not get paid for her dances because everyone loves to do these dances but not tag people. And of course sometimes I do them if there's no tags and I don't know who to tag the person. But I'm not out here trying to claim that I started or created a trend, especially that one trend with Pierce the Veil that everyone's like, oh, no, like leave Pierce the Veil alone. I didn't create that trend, and I even said so myself. Even though that video's got 13 million views. While you're sitting there being a hater, I'm pulling views. Whether people hate me or not, it's still views. I got nothing to show for it. Well, considering that the videos that go viral with views are literally not 1 minute videos, so I don't get paid on those videos. If I was making videos on YouTube, I would be making loads of money. I just had one of my reels hit 10K, but again, like on TikTok, they no longer do they no longer pay on 15-minute videos. They only pay on 1 minute videos. And yes, I do have something to show for it because I'm in a program for Meta to literally get paid. I literally get paid on Meta, but I haven't been posting the required videos that I'm supposed to post on Meta because I'm dealing with personal issues. I had nothing to show for it, but just did an ad for Timu, so. When people lie on the internet, it's because they're trying to ruin people's money. There is someone that I know right now who's had lies on them and they've lost deals. Like, do you think I'm just going to play around with my money? You think I'm just going to let that go? No. When I'm able to get a pro bono lawyer, I'm taking people to court for lying. Especially for saying that I stole GoFundMe money I didn't even have access to. I have all the proof of why GoFundMe refund the money. You want to continue to sit here and keep lying on people, then you're really going to learn when I hit your pockets and it hurts. You can't just come online and say something about someone and think you're going to get away with it. Has nobody learned by Jay-Z suing that woman? Has nobody learned from Cardi B suing that lady for lying on her? Has no one learned when Candace Owens got sued? You can't just come online and just start saying stuff. That's not how it works. You think because you could just say whatever that it's okay because people will believe you? What happened to providing receipts? Anybody could come on here and say stuff. That doesn't make sense. Why? People say, oh, well, they said this, so it must be true. I could say that you come from a whole line of families that are a whole line where your families are predators, but sometimes I don't accuse people of stuff because I can get sued for that. And saying that I'm lying when people have come forward is crazy. How are you going to defend a predator while literally calling you one and you have little to no proof except the fake photo that you try to say is real, but then turn around and say Angie's innocent when she got fired from APS? If you don't want to look up her record, then that's your ignorance. And if you defend her, then you must be defending Epstein too. And you probably voted for Trump. Because how are you going to sit here and say Angie is innocent when she was literally touching students and her coworker came forward? It's on Reddit. The comment is literally on Reddit. She said she's not lying. There's a video. Why? Because Angie said so? Oh, a predator calling my brother a predator is cool, right? Oh, because a predator said so, it must be true. She's the one who's a predator. She got caught multiple times talking to minors on Discord, not once but twice, and she'll do it again because she can get away with it, and literally call my brother a predator because she's projecting, all because she doesn't want people to look up her record of touching students at APS and giving them weed. Oh, I wonder why her family must not like her. My family does not hate me, but her family does not like her. Not even her siblings. Well, they do. The only person that I don't have contact with is my dad's family, because my dad's family only contacts us when they want money. You know, that's what it is. It's all about money. I really wanna... And if you're saying that Angie is innocent, then you defend predators. So, yeah. She literally was under investigation by the police for touching students. My brother was in contact with the old teacher to let him know because she lied. She tried to say that he called the students the R-word. No, that was her. She was literally under investigation. That's why she's not working there, because she got fired. So what did she do? She went and did security. And lied to the judge, mind you. While she was doing security, she told the judge she was working with kids. I was going to say something. I was going to be like, why are you working with kids when you got fired? But we were not there for that. We were there because I was trying to get a restraining order, because the police officer advised me to get a restraining order against her. And if this girl was innocent, then why is the police officer telling me to get a restraining order against her? Because he saw videos. He wouldn't be advising me to get a restraining order against her if she was a good person. Because my brother was getting a restraining order at the time, and he said, you should get one too, because then she'll have an excuse to come around. He saw the video. The police officer saw the video where she admitted to taking my Android phone and destroying it, which was not her property to begin with. Yeah, her and my brother gave me that phone, but I was paying the phone service, because she wasn't. So I think I'm more than paid off the phone. All because you thought you was trying to destroy evidence I had on you. Haven't you ever heard of backups? Haven't you ever heard of cloud? Or like Google Drive? All of the stuff that you thought you tried to destroy that I had on you, I still have it. It's on this tablet, and it'll go any Android device that I get. You didn't destroy nothing. There's someone commenting that. What the heck? Angie is my brother's ex. She's crazy. She likes to threaten people. She threatened bodily harm on people. Recently, she had her friends come threaten me with the cartel and try to scare me, like as if I'm supposed to be scared and say, we know the cartel. I don't care. So, like, I'm not even worried. Like, why do you think that you saying you're part of the cartel is gonna scare me? What is that supposed to do? I threaten people? I don't threaten people. I literally said I have the right to self-defense. That's not threatening someone. When you have the right to self-defense, if someone's threatening to come to your house for no reason, just because some predator wants to say stuff online. If you want to come harm someone over words online, then that means that you must have mental health issues and you need to get that fixed. Because what should not push you to literally threaten bodily harm on someone? That is so crazy. That's very crazy to me, but oh well. If I bother you that much, then why don't you just block me if you don't like me? Why are you here harassing me? These are grown adults that are acting like children, harassing people and then justifying it. Like, wow, you must really have jobs if you're here 24/7, harassing someone rather than blocking them. When I see someone did something bad and I don't like what they did, I block them and move on with my life. Like, you keep stressing yourself over something that has nothing to do with you. Clearly, if you don't like me, you wouldn't be here. You would have had me blocked and not said follow back. A lot of you haters love to sit here and say I'm a horrible human being, but it says follow back. You want to talk about I harassed? I didn't harass anyone. I don't got time for that. You have too much time on your hands. I don't got time. Even though people want to deem me homeless people, that does not mean I got all the time in the world. I got stuff that I gotta get done. Unlike you, I don't sit with my hand down my pants with chip crumbs on my shirt, living in my mom's basement, talking about oh, I have a job. What's your job? To harass people online and not get paid for it? Good one. Because you think it's funny, and then you want to say that locals are not people with disabilities. If a locale does not have disabilities, then they are not a locale. I said what I said. Because people with intellectual disabilities, some of them do not know any better. If you do not have a disability, you have no excuse for being shitty, period. And if you refer to them as a locale, they're not a locale, because locales don't know any better and are most likely people that are targeted with intellectual disabilities, which people have stated that before. Locales are people with intellectual disabilities. If it's someone that does not have an intellectual disability and you have nothing to blame why you're a shitty person, you know better than to do certain things from right from wrong. I said what I said. And if people don't like it, oh well, because you don't want to be seen as a shitty person for attacking someone with disabilities. So you want to say, oh, I know some locales that don't have disabilities, but why is Joshua Block getting literally attacked? Because he has a disability. Daniel Larson, same thing. Nova, same thing. I'm not condoning their actions, but I'm just saying, Leslie, same thing. Anybody that does not have disability is not a locale. People that are doing horrible things with no like you can't even blame mental health or disability on anything, are the ones that know right from wrong and know better and should not be considered locales because they know what they are doing is wrong. Like, and then let's really get into it. Maybe that girl was taking advantage of Joshua Block. But then again, why are you so mad? I mean, of course, he really does need to get help, and they did kind of take advantage of him, because there's that one girl, I don't know, well, we do know she's OF. They made OF content together, and he claims that he slept with her. But when someone that's conventionally attractive is attracted to someone that's not conventionally attractive, stop making people think like they're crazy and they're in their head, or like they don't know what's really going on when they know what's really going on. You're just mad because no one likes you, and you would never pull someone like that because of your horrible, ugly personality. Let's be 100% for real. And don't say I'm a horrible person with a horrible personality. That's just projection. Maybe you need to take the mirror and shove it in your face and look in the mirror before you talk about other people, because you need to take a good hard look in that mirror. Someone should have told you. Maybe you need to stop pointing the finger at other people and start pointing the finger at yourself. And then to come on my live stream and act like I'm horrible to people for no reason is a freaking lie, considering the fact that my live streams are screen recorded. I'm reading comments most of the time, and you start first. So if you're gonna start something that you can't finish, then maybe I suggest you shouldn't start anything at all, because you're mad that I finish things and you don't get to finish. Maybe leave people alone. That's a suggestion. Instead of starting stuff with people and then crying and then acting like a big baby and throwing a toddler tantrum because I'm a bully because I defended myself, maybe don't bully people. Maybe don't start stuff that you know that you hate to finish. That's like literally leaving the stove on and walking away for hours upon hours, and probably till the next night, to burn your house down. Let's be for real. Like, some of you guys need a reality check. You do what someone tells you to do. You're not leaders, you are followers. It is cool to hate on people. It is cool to attack people with intellectual disabilities because you think it's funny to see people have meltdowns. Joshua Block is literally punching people in the streets, hitting people, especially women, while people are sitting there laughing at his demise like he's not killing himself, drinking himself to death. And you sit here and think, tee-hee-hee, this is so funny to me, while Daniel Larson is actually homeless because of a horrible human being online who tried to threaten me, mind you, by the way, because I linked her with Daniel Larson, and she got mad at me for that and said, don't ever mention that. Why? Because you don't want your past to be brought up, how you was in 4chan chats, literally trying to target and attack random disabled content creators who had nothing, no controversy, and you thought it would be funny to attack random people that have no controversy whatsoever. That's not funny. That's ableism, and that's horrible considering the fact that disabled people get treated very shitty. You're a shitty human being for treating people that are different shitty. Just because they don't fit whatever beauty standard that you think they should fit. Just because you want to sit here and be fat phobic all the time and talk about someone's weight, let's really talk about it. Why do you have to be fat phobic in 2025? That is weird behavior. To sit here and literally say you fat bitch, like that makes you any better. No, that makes you fat phobic. And if you don't, and then people get all upset like, oh, the stupid terminology. What's with all this fat phobia? What's with all this racism? What's with all this colorism? It exists because it still exists because people like you allow this shit to still exist. And you don't want to acknowledge your horrible behaviors and why you need to hold yourself accountable. You lack your accountability. And then try to say, oh, you're pointing the finger. Literally, that whole video that I posted about a narcissist does not equate to not apologizing. That was the dumbest, the lamest The stupidest thing I've ever heard people try to tell me in my comment section that it was me. A narcissist is beyond not apologizing for things, especially when people shouldn't have to apologize for things they didn't create in the first place. And to sit here and tell people, well, you created the problem, that's your problem. That's like telling someone, well, you know what, your child got shot at school because you caused that. That's stupid. Children do not get shot in schools because somebody else. It's because the person who went and did it, who did the act, it is their fault, not the parents' fault. So maybe stop blaming people for other people being grown adults that knows the difference to not harass people and leave people alone to be shitty. Okay, just because you want to be a horrible, shitty adult and pass it off as that, because if I was doing that, I would be called out 100%. I would be attacked, and people would say that I'm a shitty human being for harassing someone like that, and then turning around telling them it's their fault. Weird. I know. Oh, it's your fault. You're the one that created this. Why? Because I just make lip syncing videos? Why does lip syncing videos bother y'all so much? Jesus Christ. But yet want to sit here and allow yourselves to be bigots and be like, it's okay if we're a bigot. But yet I literally just make lip sync videos and it bothers you so much that you say, oh, you cause people to say that to you. I don't cause people to say anything. I just make videos. That's it. I just literally recently started talking about how TikTok shops are not inclusive when it comes to plus sizes. And the only thing people have to do is sit here and say eat a salad and lose weight when there's people, and I'm not saying myself, but there are people that have diseases that can't lose weight. So what do you expect? Like, I'm so sick and tired of companies not being inclusive. Oh, but God forbid I say something. That's a problem. That's like telling someone who is skinny and has a disorder that literally they starve themselves to go eat a hamburger. That is not a proper suggestion to tell anyone, especially someone who did have an ED in the past, which was binge ED, trigger warning, and telling them, well, you need to go eat a salad, and then making them feel like crap. So then they go back to their eating habits again because it does not make them feel good. But yet you want to say, oh, we did good today by making someone else not feel good. It's constant. Like, you make people feel like shit and then say that you're good human beings. Considering the fact that you sit here and will tell some of my supporters, go get a job when they have a job, assuming they don't have a job. And if someone doesn't have a job, it's none of your business to know why they don't have a job. Some people have a hard time getting a job. So why is it any of your business to be shitting on someone for not having a job when you know that it's very hard for some people to get a job? You don't get to sit here and dictate and assume that people don't have a job because of your assumptions. That's weird. To be in people's business 24/7 and then post people's business online and say, well, you posted your business, we didn't do that, you did. When it's literally documented. Literally, Aunt Karen says so herself. Aunt Karen said that Reddit was used to stalk and harass people. I don't know what to tell you. If someone with 1 million followers literally tells you that, then maybe you should learn and maybe you should listen and maybe you should be like, yeah, maybe she is right. Am I lonely? No, I'm not lonely. I don't need anyone. Like, are you lonely? Are you? I don't need to show anyone my connections. Are you insane? Are you lonely? You must be here because you're lonely. Stupid phone keeps like bothering me. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is so bad girl. Yeah. And I might have to leave soon because I think it's gonna rain because it's getting windy. And it looks like it's gonna rain. That elbow dimples sits, right? Look. Look. Yeah, I did my workout. Because like I walked here, right? And I went live and I forgot that I was supposed to do my workout that day, so I kind of skipped. And then I did a workout today, and so, yeah, I've been doing workouts, but I was like, you know what, I did kind of do a workout, because I walked to the park and I walked back, so that is kind of like a workout. No, I'm not living outside. No, I don't have fetal alcohol syndrome. And it's sad for babies that do have that. I don't know why you make fun of syndromes like that. My mom did not drink when I was in her stomach. Unlike your mom might have drank when she was in your stomach. Because some of you guys literally act like your mom drank while she was in the stomach. But you know, if I said that, I would be a bully. as a pen has spoken into She's watching something. I don't know what she's watching. Oh yeah. Yeah, walking is a workout, considering the fact that a workout machine is literally a treadmill, dummy. If walking's not a workout, then what do you think a treadmill is? Walking is the same thing as walking on a treadmill. To tell someone that walking is not a workout, then don't take public transportation and walk from one place to another. That is literally a workout. Instead of driving in a car, why don't you walk to the store? Maybe that'll do you some good. That is so stupid to literally tell someone walking is not a workout when yes it is. It depends on how far you walk. And like let's say if you're walking from point A to point B and it's a very small point, it's still a workout no matter what, because you still burned a small amount of calories walking from one place to another. Break those chains that bind you. The night will remind you how we touch someone outside the rules. If we ever hurt you. Considering the fact that yeah, I do take the bus, I do take public transportation, but most of the time I'm walking a lot. Common sense. No, I don't want to make those videos again. Why would they be ashamed of me for speaking up about things that are horrible? Between confusion and pain, promises we made were in vain, No, because when you say, can you afford a bar of soap? A bar of soap is not effective when it comes to washing your body, because you're washing your body with the same dirt that is stuck to the bar of soap. I use body wash. I don't use a bar of soap. Yeah, like literally, haven't you ever thought about it? When you're scrubbing yourself with a bar of soap, you're not washing off whatever dirt is stuck to that bar of soap. With body wash, you pump it and you use it. Then you pump it again. You're not collecting dirt on a bar of soap. You want workout videos? Well, I can't do those because where I do them, I can't show where I'm at. So, yeah. I don't have a gym membership. I need to get one. Because the only person that had a membership was my friend, and I was going with her to the gym and using her membership when I was by the Planet Fitness. But I don't have a membership anymore, and I did have my card to the community center, but my brother used it, and it was in the car, so now I don't have that. I could go to the community center and use their gym, but all I have to do is just do my workouts where I don't have to go to a gym. I could do a workout anywhere. Like, I could walk to this park and do a workout. Like, you don't need a gym to go anywhere. And plus, I do think that I lost a lot of weight. I just need to get weight loss skin, well, not weight loss surgery, but skin removal surgery. And that's very expensive, because when you're younger, it's easier for you to work out and not have all the extra loose skin. But as you get older, if you don't work out before you get older, you have extra skin, which means that you would have to get surgery to remove, like skin removal surgery, to remove all the extra skin, because my nose is like peeling because I was in the heat. But basically, that's what happens when you lose weight and you're older. You have to get skin removal surgery because it's a lot harder for your skin to adjust back to, or to like shrink to the body size you are. So when you lose weight, that's why you have all that extra skin. That's why people get skin removal surgeries, which when the time comes, when I have the money, but it's very expensive. It's like thousands of dollars I don't have. Plus my brother's not married, and right now, you know, I am trying to work on myself. But the thing is like, I want to, when the time does come to find someone that is not going to botch me, because I already have a lot of scars all over from surgeries. Like, I still have the 2 scars from when I had tubes in me. I have a scar here. You know, I want to have minimal scarring when it comes to, because they have to refix your stomach. They have to adjust your stomach when you're getting skin removal surgery, because I have a lot of loose hanging skin. Because mind you, I'm not 400 pounds. I was close to 400 pounds in high school. I did lose weight, so I have that extra skin from when I lost weight. And I didn't lose weight when I was younger. I started losing weight when I became older. So I am not that close to 400-pound person. Obviously, I still have all of that extra skin that I do need to get rid of. But that's not a priority for me right now. I can walk, do calories, lose weight, do all of this stuff, you know. Literally, there are so much things that I can do, but, you know, like, making fun of people is crazy, considering the fact that women carry babies for 9 months and their bodies are never the same. Some people gain, like, obviously we gain weight when we have babies, right? And it's so crazy, people making fun of women's appearance, talking about they love natural bodies, but then making fun of people's natural bodies. It's so weird, which causes certain women to get plastic surgery. That looked like somebody driving around watching me. I can't really tell. That looks like someone. I'm just saying, like, you don't know why someone's body is the way that it is, and making fun of it is crazy. What's my favorite song? Folded by Kaylani. I don't eat a lot, so that person has been driving around and around, watching me. I think, I don't know. I just saw them and they looked like somebody. It's not anybody you would know. It's somebody that I know. Well, I don't know them online. I just know of them because someone mentioned them. Otherwise, I don't know them. It looks like kind of, but I don't know. Which is weird why they would be watching me. She went that way and then she came back this way and she looked at me and she was smiling. I know what people look like. I'm not dumb. I see their pictures and stuff, but I really don't watch their stuff like that, so. No, I didn't get held name. No, I don't think so. I'm not paranoid. I'm just being truthfully honest. She went that way, and then she came back this way, and then she went back that way. Break those chains that bind you, the nights will be behind you. I didn't say they wanted me. It's a woman. No, I don't think she would do anything. Yeah, because they're doing work at the park. They're cutting the grass. I mean, but then again, some people do. Well, they don't look alike, but they have similar features. No, that lady will not dump me. I know who that is. Well, I don't know them personally. I never met them. But I don't know why they would be watching me. Because... I'm not going to say, because it's not anyone's business. No, it's not a stalker. Well, maybe, I don't know. No, I don't think they're... Well, I mean, technically if you're driving by watching someone, but... It's just some other stuff that does not involve me, so... That's why I don't say anything, because it's not like my issue, it's something else. I use this curl enhancing smoothie from Shea Moisture. I do accept my Hispanic side. I am talking about something positive. I wasn't even talking about anything. Yeah, probably not soon. I'm so blind and don't watch. Well, have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. I gotta go because, yeah, it's probably gonna rain. And I need to get back before it does that so I don't ruin any of my devices. Have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. But yeah, have a good day or night where you guys are. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.